Hi, I'm Andy Barch, and welcome to Falcon Weekly. Coming up in today's show, we'll take a look back at what was a huge weekend in Notre Dame College athletics. We'll also preview the weekend ahead, and today we get to unleash the first installment of the Falcon 5. All that and much more coming your way next on Falcon Weekly. To kick things off here in the first installment of Falcon Weekly, we're going to take a look at what was a winning weekend for Falcon athletics. And we'll start with the Notre Dame College volleyball team. Last year won just 4 games. Well, they're already up to that total with 4 victories this season after going an incredible 3-1 and finishing in second place at the Pioneer Invitational over the weekend hosted by Point Park. The Falcon men's water polo team went 2-1 over the weekend, securing victories over both Penn State Barron and Gannon. The 2010 NAI National runners-up, the Notre Dame College men's soccer team, had a couple of victories over the weekend, improving 2 to their win total with victories over both Georgetown and Union. The Notre Dame College women's soccer team, not to be denied, blanked interstate rival Urbana as they put down the Blue Knights 2-0. And perhaps the biggest victory of the weekend in Notre Dame College athletics, the Notre Dame Falcon football team took down the Walsh Cavaliers 20-17 to secure their first overtime victory in the history of the program. Oh, and speaking of Falcon football, they were very well represented in our first installment of the Falcon 5. Starting out at number 5. Going down to Canton, just outside the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Rob Partridge gets the snap, rolls out to his right, doesn't see anything open down the field, so he tucks it in and runs and barrels over a Walsh defender for a huge first down. At number 4, the Falcons, looking for a big field goal from Chris McLaurin in overtime, and he splits the uprights. That 37-yarder was the eventual game winner. Number 3, it's NDC volleyball in their first home match of the season. Walden Wallace serving it up, but Kerry Kincannon with a huge spike on the opposite end to get NDC a big point. At number 2, we go right back down to Canton. Jim Shipwood, the Walsh quarterback, is up under center, and he gets the snap. He looks deep to his left. He's looking for one of his fellow Cavaliers, but instead he finds Notre Dame defensive back Sylvester Flowers for a huge NDC interception. And that brings us down to number 1 on the Falcon 5, and we go right back to Canton again. What's the best play of the week, you ask? Well, Rob Partridge will get the snap, and he drops back, looking to his right, and he finds Kiefer Titus for a big Notre Dame touchdown. That big 6 tied things up at 14 apiece. 5 fantastic highlights for sure from a big week and weekend in Notre Dame College athletics. But we'd like to know what you think. Which highlight do you think was the top highlight in this week's installment of the Falcon 5? Leave your vote in the comment section down below. And now it's time for the rundown, where we take a look at what's coming up this weekend in Notre Dame College athletics. On Friday, the Notre Dame College cross-country team will head to the National Catholic Invitational, and then on Saturday, a bunch of Notre Dame College Falcon action as the Notre Dame Falcon water polo team will play in 3 matches. They've got matches against Gannon, Penn State Barron, and Salem International. The Notre Dame women's soccer team will take their show on the road. They'll square off against Davenport. The Notre Dame men's soccer team will host their first home soccer match of the season at Korb Field at 1 o'clock on Saturday. They welcome in Mountain State, and the Notre Dame Falcon football team will hit the road for a 3rd consecutive road tilt as they go to Indianapolis, Indiana to face off against the Knights of Marian University. Kickoff is slated for 1 o'clock. That'll wrap up today's edition of Notre Dame Falcon Weekly. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to click the big yellow subscribe button. You can like us on Facebook, and at the bottom of the page, make sure you click that big thumbs up to like this video. It helps increase awareness of Notre Dame College athletics, and it lets us know you care. For all of us here at Notre Dame College, I'm Andy Barch saying thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week on Falcon Weekly.